after 7. We're joined by Eleanor Asare with the latest updates in terms of news on the segment we call the News Highlights. Oh, good evening.
Good evening.
How's your Easter festivities?
No, it was okay.
How okay?
Very okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so in the news updates today, I'll start first with some stories from the health sector. Now, the Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Eleanor Asare, says Ghana has not been hit by the deadly swine flu virus, as has been reported in sections of the media. And the deadly pandemic which hit Mexico last year has claimed the lives of many around the world. A young lady in Accra was confirmed as the first Ghanaian to have contracted the dreaded disease in August 2009. Within the last 2 weeks, there have been reports of massive outbreak of the disease in some of Ghana's high schools, notably Achimota and Infantipim School. Now, Dr. Sori says that Ghana has not been hit by the deadly swine flu. Okay, so now Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng has announced his desire to contest the new Patriotic Party's flag bearer slot and has challenged delegates to consider issues and competence in making a choice. Speaking to the press, the renowned surgeon and head of the National Cardiothoracic Center said delegates must now consider the deteriorating state of national development and make a wise choice. Now, to some stories in education, the Minister of Education, Alex Tete Enyo, has dismissed as untrue reports that the Director General of the Ghana Education Service has been sacked. Okay, so now the increase in consumption of dog heads in the Bongo district is set to be hampering research efforts into rabies cases reported at the district hospital in the area. Dogs suspected to carry rabies, popularly known as mad dogs, among the people are killed and eaten, including the heads. That are usually the part that is used to examine the presence of the rabies. And so the people in the Bongo district are actually munching on dog heads suspected to be carrying rabies. I wonder if it will actually not affect them in any way. Okay, now the national organizer of the ruling National Democratic Congress, Yao Boating-Jan, has denounced the publication by a former national youth organizer as parent of the party, Ras Mubarak, who has suggested that the president should not be allowed to contest in the 2012 elections. And the Chief Justice, Mrs. Justice Georgina Theodora-Roos, has tasked members of the judiciary to appreciate the immense power entrusted in them by the state and discharge their duties as expected. And in my last story, apart from checks, an alternate way of sending and receiving money through a system of electronic fund transit, debit and credit is set to be activated sometime later this month, and this will be made possible through the establishment of the automated automated clearing house for processing and clearing non-check instruments in a day. And now, Mr. George A.C. Boateng, a founding member of the new Patriotic Party, has called on national leadership to restrain the Member of Parliament for Asokwa, Mr. Maxwell Kofi Juma, for creating confusion in the party. And he chided Mr. Juma as a small band of collaborators whose public utterances, he said, were unhelpful and hurting the image of the party. Now, a Rawlings loyalist, Mohammed Abdullahi Mubarak, popularly called Ras Mubarak, has warned of dire consequences if the ruling National Democratic Congress fails President Mills as its presidential candidate for the 2012 elections. And he said the president no longer has grassroots support and is certainly unpopular with the young voters. And this is actually causing a lot of mayhem in the NDC youth. During the weekend, actually starting somewhere from Wednesday through to Thursday, there seemed to be mayhem everywhere in, should I say, every office of the NDC by the NDC youth, going about destroying things here and there. And most political analysts were citing former President Rawlings as a cause of because he's actually inciting them. And as the story here says, it says a Rawlings loyalist. So I guess probably they have the right to say whatever they said. That does it for the news updates. My name is Eleanor Asare. I'm out.
Thank you very much, Eleanor Asare. On the segment we call the News Highlights Radio on your community watch. This is Focus 943.